Hello everyone, been busy with all the demo making, demo partying stuff happening. Recently haven't been able to catch up with all the videos that I'm supposed to be doing, like this one, Piesta's Video Game Reviews, number 2. The last one I summarized a whole bunch of months and then I completely forgot about it and haven't been recording, so let's get to it. First video game that I've been playing recently, or a few months ago at least, is Excel's Infinity. Or Excel's Infinite. I'm not sure if it's Infinity or Infinite. I think it's Infinite. Might be Infinity. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a puzzle game. Puzzle, logic-based kind of game. Very good if you're into puzzles or like logic. Soundtrack is really good. You can really get immersed into the whole look and feel of the interface, and it's kind of like Minesweeper but different, more advanced. I had tried the original Excel's, and Excel's Infinity or Infinite is slightly more advanced. It follows up where the other one was at, but then adds a few more elements to it. Really good. I got hooked so much I had to do all the levels. I recorded some videos. I'll put some links below to some playthroughs. And yeah, I really loved the game. Totally recommend it. Then I was playing Legend of Grimrock 2 a lot, which is a dungeon crawler. If you don't know what a dungeon crawler is, you get lost in a maze and you have to find your way out of it. And whenever you find an enemy, it's usually a battle to the death, and then you have to backstab a little bit or make sure you don't get surrounded by enemies a lot. So it's that's why it's called a crawler, because you're crawling your way through the dungeon, not really exploring it fast. So yeah, I had played Legend of Grimrock 1 before. It was a pretty good game. It's an old school kind of look around, like Lens of Lore was the game from the 90s that I used to play a lot in this style. There are other dungeon crawler games. It's a very famous type of games, but Legend of Grimrock revives the genre a little bit with better, more modern graphics. And Legend of Grimrock 2 is a very good follow-up. You also have a map. You can do your own levels, modify some things, so it's very good for people who want to also do those kind of games but don't really have the engine to pull it off. They can use the engine from Legend of Grimrock 2 now, make some cool stuff out of it. I've been playing the main game yet, haven't gotten into the mods and chapters from other people yet. I haven't finished the first game, but I've been recording all of the videos that I've been doing, and you can check them out in the links. I'll also put the links below, I guess. In between that, there was a sale, and I got a few other games on the sale. One of them was Faster Than Light, FTL. I've been meaning to buy it for a long while. People say it's quite addictive, and indeed it was. I started playing it. It's a roguelike in the sense that when you die, you really die, and there are some small differences every time you play. The more you explore, the more things can go your way, but at the same time you are in a timer. So it's a hard to explain game. You have to play it to really understand. I can explain the game logic, but then you won't really have a good feeling for the game. But I guess let's try. I mean, this is a game review. So you are a spaceship and you're running away from Federation, or you're the rebel. I'm not quite sure. I think you're the Federation. You want to deliver something, anyway, some documents to other side of a galaxy somewhat, and you have several locations where you can travel through the several sectors of the galaxy, and in each of these points you can have some random events, and these events can help you. Usually there's a fight involved, might not be a fight involved. There's also a store where you can buy more equipments, and the idea is you keep upgrading your ship somehow to be able to face the next sector, and typically the next sector will be slightly more difficult than the previous one. So you need to explore the sector as fast as you can before the fleet catches up to you, and then warp into the next sector and then explore again the most possible. And whenever you find a battle, you should win without suffering too much hits. And yeah, the idea is to reach the end of the whole level and fight the big boss. But there were a lot of small variants and a lot of different occurrences that happen on each of these points. And you have to start to learn all of the different ones, the different upgrades, what do they do, how well they synergize with other stuff. So people have compared it a lot with Binding of Isaac as well, in the sense you have different items and you can do some interesting synergies to get an advantage on the game. And yeah, it's a cute little game. You lose and then you want to play it again. So it's one of those games that you just do one more turn and you keep doing one more turn and then suddenly you have been playing for 5 or 6 hours. So yeah, I managed to finish it on easy mode. I couldn't finish it on normal mode, but I managed to unlock a few different ships. So I tried a few different things. And once I finished it, I decided that I should probably stop. But then I ended up playing 1 or 2 more times. So yeah, it's quite addictive, but it's very interesting as well at the same time. I'll probably play it again at some point, like to finish with another ship or something like that. I'll try to finish it in normal mode. So yeah, very, very interesting game. Then I was asked by Stixie if I was into Deceit, which is a new game that is popping up. It's a first-person shooter, and I tried it, obviously. It's a first-person shooter where there's some sort of, well, not zombies, but you're infected by this disease, or 1/3 of your team is infected by this unknown disease, and you know if you are infected or not, and you can chat with the other players, and you can tell them who you think is infected. And the idea is for the 4 people that are alive to succeed in killing the infected people or exiting the time frame of the occurrence. And if you're in the infected role, your goal is to kill the people. But you have to be careful killing the people, because if they notice who you are, they can shoot you before you kill them, and they can gang up on you, and then you will be wiped from the game and lose your purpose. So the game is called Deceit, and it's mostly about, it's not so much about first-person shooting, it's more about chatting and trying to deceive the other people. So it's like a sociological exploration, sociological phenomenon of some sort. Like you can throw someone else under the bus to cover for you. And you have certain goals you need to achieve when you are infected, like drinking bags of blood to get more power up. If someone sees you drinking a bag of blood, you can they can tell that I know he's the guy, and the other players have to decide, do I believe on him or I don't believe him? And you can turn it against him as well and say, no, he was the one who drank it, and he's playing on you, and then everybody is left wondering who the hell is right and who the hell is wrong. So yeah, the game is about that kind of dynamic. So if you're feeling like chatting and trying to deceive other people, this is a cool game to check out. It's been having a few followers. It's recently released, I believe. It's free to play, and then you can buy some cosmetic shit on top of it. I kind of liked it, but at the same time I don't really like chatting that much during gameplay, so I decided not to play it some more, but I might pick it up again eventually if I have some. It's more fun if you have friends to play with. So yeah. Other games I checked out, The Signal from Tölva. I got this game from Steam Gifts as a playing appreciated game. I played it a couple of times. First time I played it, I didn't really like it. You're dropped into a world, and it's like an exploration, a sandbox exploration kind of game, first-person shooter. Your weapons don't have very good aim. You're mostly just collecting some small stuff on the ground. It didn't feel very interesting. The artwork is really good. That's the high point. The fights are not that good. I decided to give it another shot because it's a playing appreciated game, so you're supposed to play it like a decent amount of times. And the next time I played it, I wasn't as annoyed by it. I already knew what I was expecting, so the shock wasn't so great. I also got an upgrade for some weapons, which allowed me to have better zoom scope, so I could actually see what the hell I'm shooting at. So the battles became not so annoying. There is also a special gun where you can recruit other drones to help you on those fights. So if you're fighting close quarters, you have some assistance. And if you're very far away, you have the scope, which you can use to snipe people away, which is more my kind of play style. Especially because your character is so fucking slow. So it's really annoying to be in the middle of the fight and then not have speed to go for cover and not... It's just... I wasn't enjoying the fights on the game. But now with the sniper, I think it's more okay. I will explore it a little bit more. If for nothing else, for the playing appreciated stuff. But I do like the artwork. The whole ambient feels okay, but the whole drone thing doesn't really convince me much. But we'll see how it evolves. I'll play it a couple more times. Another game that I just tried is called OLDTV. It's free to play, and it's pretty much a fast reaction kind of game. It tells you a color, and the color is written in that color. And you left click if the color matches the word, and you right click if it doesn't. That's the only action there is. Then there are some effects that happen to try to distract you from the purpose, and you just have to not fail and hit it correctly. Gets very, how do you call it, addictive very fast. Like whenever you lose, you always want to do better. The next round, there are a lot of achievements to unlock. Probably some cosmetic stuff as well. I didn't really notice that part. I only saw some achievements that you can unlock. So the game apparently was brought from iOS. I don't know if it's also available on Android. I think it works well as a casual game on mobile. Not as well on, doesn't work as well on Steam. But I played it on Steam. It was alright. I mean, if you're sitting in front of a desktop, you can play it there. So, yeah, those are the games I've been playing lately. I think I might have been forgetting something, but I think that's okay. If there's something else that I will, then I will just mention it on the next video. So yeah, I hope these videos are useful if you're looking into playing new games or finding random new games. If you have any questions about these games or any recommendations or anything like that, or just want to leave your comment, feel free to do so below. I appreciate all comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. See you next video. Bye bye everyone. Take care.